Hey, what's up, YouTube boxing family? It's K right here. Alright, man, let's talk about these two great warriors between Corey Marksman going up against Tony Aguilar in a highly anticipated rematch on the Jake Paul versus Mike Perry undercard. Don't miss this fight. This fight is going to be amazing, and let's get this video going. I'm not going to try to make this long, but yep, I have to say, yeah, very good fight, man. And this is definitely going to be a good classical fight on the history books. And yeah, I have to say, this fight between Corey and Tony is going to be a war. And I will say that what we see out of this fight is going to be a battle of the pure boxer going up against a boxer puncher that is fundamentally sound and gifted. Corey Marksman, he is 9-0 with 1 draw, 7 KOs out of his 9 victories, and then Tony Aguilar, 12-0 with 4 KOs and 1 draw. And yeah, both of these guys are orthodox fighters. Tony is 25 years old, 5'4", and you know, he's fighting out of Florida in Crescent City. And then, you know, Corey is fighting out of Deltona, Florida, originally from Orlando, Florida. And yeah, I like it, you know. Corey is definitely on a good horizon. And I have to say, both of these fighters fighting each other in a rematch is a very good name, you know, promotional game on both ends. What I like about this fight and the first fight was that even though it was a 6-rounder, Corey and Tony went at it. It was a highly anticipated war, and they made this fight very competitive. Tony was pressing Corey early in the first 2 rounds, but then by round 3 to round 6, I thought Corey edged him out. I had it 4 rounds to 2. I thought Corey did enough to win, but I'm not mad at the draw. I felt like that, you know, that the round should have been higher. Should have been at least an 8-rounder. This is going to be an 8-rounder in the rematch. So, I mean, it's a good fight. I think, you know, people would probably try to say that this fight should have been held back when they are going to fight each other for a title. But I don't think so. I think it's better to fight each other young. So, therefore, once you know, see each other again, you know, you'll have world title level experience. So, I think good thing about Tony and Corey is that they're both training at a high level. Tony Aguilar, he's been training pretty well with a lot of camps with fighters of the likes of Terrence Crawford. Not too sure about Corey. I'm pretty sure Corey, he's been in there with some high level guys. But yeah, you know, it's not like either of them are downgrading. You know, Corey's last fight was up against you know, I would say borderline 500 average fighter. Fighter with like 80 plus fights. He wasn't like the greatest fighter, Jonathan Perez. So, you know, he knocked him out. He did what he had to do. But I think that was just put there in place so Corey can stay active, and you know, he did what he had to do. It was good that he at least stayed active, because if he didn't take any fight, you know, just to stay active, then I think the Aguilar fight wouldn't probably have came up a lot faster. But I mean, I'm pretty sure they both, you know, worked it out pretty well. So, you know, it was good to like have it negotiated to be like, okay, you know, we're gonna see each other very soon. And I felt like that it would have been better to have them, you know, probably headline, you know, as a main event at least, because I think the Zone would have made that fight a lot better if they had like their own little like rising, you know, Jake Paul most valuable prospects type of, you know, main event, you know, headline. I just think that would be good. But even though that, you know, that it's on like a Jake Paul undercard, good, you know, that's a really good promotional gain. So, you know, financial gain is actually good too. So yeah, how I see this fight going in the 8-rounder in the rematch, I think Tony's going to do the same thing. I don't think Tony's going to be able to box with Corey. I think Corey is going to be the way better superior boxer. I think Tony is going to have to press Corey to the body, try to get his hands low. He's going to have to try to force pressure low and then try to mix it up with some good loaded uppercuts and jab combinations. But I think Corey's just going to use his athletic ability, be very, very gifted in what he does. And I think Tony, he's going to have a really tough battle with having to prioritize, the inside to be managed in his favor with Corey. Corey is a very, very good inside brawler when he has, the distance read within his fights. I think the good thing about Corey is like he takes at least like a round or two off to collect data from you, and then he utilizes a lot of great reads to know where those next shots are coming. And then what I like out of Corey is like he starts hurting you with really sneaky shots, and then you don't see them coming, and then that's where I think the game changer is with Corey. He utilizes great high-level ring IQ that develops throughout the fight, and then when he sees those openings to hurt his opposition, he will attack at will when it's seen fit within the situation. Now for Tony, it's a little bit different because Tony he doesn't just go in to try to smother you. He boxes with you until he starts seeing the vulnerability to press on you on the inside. And he has a good style. It's just that with Tony, he has a lot of good brawler level pressure where he's keeping himself busy to win rounds, and that's good to keep himself accurate on the measurement of making sure he is put at a better position. So I think with Tony, what I always tend to see out of him, especially from his recent fight with Alexander Rios in the rematch, was that he was doing really well keeping his jab active the whole fight. And I think if he does what he did, up against Alexander Rios in the rematch with Corey, that's going to make the fight a lot harder for Corey. But I don't think Corey is going to really allow Tony to use his jab. I think Corey is going to negate that, and Tony's going to have to press Corey to the body. So therefore, it can be a tough inside war game. So therefore, Tony can get the rounds won in order to, to win the fight. So it's going to be interesting. I think both of these guys are going to try to hurt each other and try to land some big loaded shots, but I don't think that's going to be favoring Tony. I think Corey's going to feel the pressure be won on his momentum, and Tony's going to have to be very careful because Corey, he can hit hard late, and knowing that Corey's a lot bigger and taller than him, it's going to have to be more with being careful with not trying to be off balance. And then if you get hit with a good shot, then that could be a flash knockdown on either side. But I don't think these guys are really going to be seeing each other to go for a shootout, and then one guy's just going to get hit with a big shot and then boom, try to KO him. I think if anything, it's just going to be a really, really good chess match, and I think both of these guys are really going to show a lot of high level showcasing fundamentals. And then the brawling game will start coming in late game. I think that's what's going to make this fight really fun to watch. And I don't know who will win in the rematch, but I'm definitely going to pull for Corey, simply because I think Corey has the better fundamentals and has a higher level ring IQ. But then again, Tony, he's also good in his own right, and I think Tony is a monster. I will not disregard him as a fighter. A lot of dudes probably may not think that he doesn't punch hard, but from what I saw with the Alexander Rios, fight, in which I was there for the Amanda Serrano, fight card, if I'm not mistaken, up against Daniela Ramos, for Undisputed. Tony can hit. He was giving Rios a lot of damage, and even though that he's not known to knock people out, but Tony was giving him a lot of pressure, and it was a very, very good fight. And it was a really high level like, you know, action-packed fight. So yeah, I definitely think it's going to be fun, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. So as far as that goes, I think that's pretty much what I have to say. I will come out with a Mortal Kombat edit, probably to get it done tonight. So yeah, yeah, like definitely let me know what you guys think about this fight, and I will see you guys later. So yep, thank you guys, and yeah, I will see you guys later, and have a good day. So yeah, be sure to watch this fight, don't miss it, and I am all excited for this matchup. So alright, I'll see you guys. MK edit is coming out, you know, very very soon, today, tonight or tomorrow. So alright, stay tuned, and I'll see you guys. Peace.